Hey, listen, this thing is loaded with listener questions, so we better get started on the listener questions.
Okay, so Ted in Buford.
Yes?
Ted wants to know, I know
a Ted in Buford.
Do you?
Yes, I don't know if it's the same one.
Well, apparently this Ted received a statement from the closer yesterday.
Okay.
And do I have to purchase title insurance is what he wants to know there, Cleve.
So I assume he's saying he got a statement from the closing attorney when he says the closer.
Yes.
Ted, in Georgia, if you're getting a mortgage, the answer is yes, you must get lender's title insurance. It's not an option. The lender is not going to loan you money unless you get lender's title insurance. My guess is, though, Alfie, that Ted's question is more about owner's title insurance. And Georgia is one of the few states, 10 or 11 in the country, that don't make owner's title insurance mandatory, meaning you must protect the lender's interest in the title, because the lender, if the lender has to foreclose, the lender wants to make sure that they know they have good title so that they could sell the property and get their money back. You, however, Ted, do not have to do that. But let me tell you what my opinion is on whether or not you should get title insurance. And my answer is yes, Ted, you should buy owner's title insurance. The reality is that owner's title insurance can be like a big game, because the reality is if you have a problem with the title to your property, then the title insurance company might not very well fix it when you sell it. They might very well just find another title insurance company who will insure over the problem. They would insure you up to a certain amount of equity, and literally what happens when somebody has an owner's title issue, we fax the owner's title policy over from when they purchased the home, and we never hear about it again, ever. So it's one of those things that, Ted, you could probably do without it, but I would not under any circumstances. So my recommendation would be for you to purchase the owner's title insurance. Alfie, what's next?
All right. Cynthia in Duluth, she writes in and says, my buyers just did their pre-closing walkthrough and noticed a paint spot on the wall they think was made after they saw the house initially, but it's been there all along. Do I have to fix it?
So I'm thinking that Cynthia has her home under contract, that the buyers did their inspections, the buyers did their walkthrough, because she says pre-closing walkthrough just prior to closing.
So basically they went through all these steps, and now all of a sudden
they're coming back and saying, hey, there's spots on the wall in the family room that were not there initially. And the contract does say, Alfie, that it is the seller's responsibility to provide the home to the buyer in the same condition other than how the contract is amended to address any changes that the buyer found the home in the first place. While I would not just give in to their request, I think I would consider it a legitimate request and assume that they have a legitimate concern about it. And I would probably try to provide them photos of before the home was listed and how it looks now to show them that it is the same. And then I think, honestly, if I could not do that, and it would only cost me $50 or something to solve the problem, or $20 or whatever it is, I probably would try to solve the problem. I think at this point, Cynthia, my advice to you would be to respect the fact that the buyer is probably asking for something that they think they are entitled to, and either, number one, prove to them that it is in exactly the same condition as they found it, because that should make the problem go away, or if that does not work, then and only then do I think that you probably should fix the problem.